hazelnut sugar cookie.
Oh.
And I still like I really want to get the recipe because I've not gotten it yet, but man, I tell you what, just a cool person that was constantly
Hmm.
she was one of the ones with a good heart that just wanted to give, and that's really cool. So yeah, so that's one of the traditions. Growing up as kids, we had some different traditions as
Yes, we
well,
did.
and with our backgrounds being different,
And they would always do a Christmas party. So all of the army, um, looking for words here, crap. All of the army soldiers would bring their families,
yeah,
and Santa would be there. Um, there would be an amazing potluck meal. Um, so we would kind of make a family
with everybody,
with
the
everybody,
community.
because we couldn't get back. A lot of the times we couldn't get back to Michigan
Mm-hmm.
to do Christmas with our actual family. They made family where they were.
Oh, that's cool. That's very
So,
cool.
um, my mom
Yeah.
would bring in this, or they would invite the single GIs over
Mm-hmm.
because they didn't have a place to go for Christmas,
Right.
and mom would make a wonderful Christmas meal.
Yeah.
They would play cards or
That's cool.
whatever. Um, Before Christmas, she would get these GIs over, and they would actually decorate sugar
Oh, how
cookies.
cool is that?
She would do up a bunch of sugar cookies, and then we would all sit together as one big happy family
Yeah.
and do the sugar cookie
That's really
decorating.
cool. And
Hmm.
your parents were those kind of people that kept on bringing it in through the year. They didn't care. They would always do those things to help other people out that they could.
Oh, yes.
Your dad was very, very evident doing that as well. And that's just cool, you know.
Yeah.
It's
I
very
mean,
cool.
they literally would give the back off, the shirt off their back if
Yeah.
it benefited somebody
Yep.
else.
Yep.
So,
That's cool.
yeah.
Yeah, as a kid, we would all get together as family. My mom's side of the family we got together more than the other side. Well, I guess both. So we'd have a lot of Christmas, two different Christmases.
Yeah.
But what it sticks out in my mind is me and my cousin were 5 years apart. I'm the older one, and we'd sit there and they'd put on the Santa Watch, on TV when we were kids, and we'd be so excited, like waiting up after we had dinner with the whole family, and we'd be like glued to the TV, like he's coming soon. We know he's coming. So we got to open up our presents from our family, and then we're
Uh-huh.
waiting. And we're just like, I get more presents. This is so cool. So
Uh-huh.
that was fun. You got to see the family, got to get together. They always had food all over the place. But with my mom and dad for morning for Christmas, my mom or my dad would write notes on the fridge, and they would have out like a big bowl of the hard candies, the ribbon candies, a huge bowl of fruits, and then nuts and stuff. So you get like a note like from Santa, and
Oh,
it
cool.
was really cool. And even one year my dad went so far to make it look like he cut out what looked like Santa off in the distance, like going towards the moon, and he
Uh-huh.
put it up in my window and made noise outside so I heard it and I could see it. And I was
Oh,
like,
wow.
I like for the longest time I was like,
I
I
saw
seen that. I
Santa.
knew that happened.
I saw that
So
Santa.
I mean it
Yeah.
was really cool. Like they were really into Christmas. My parents were definitely into Christmas, and it was
Yeah.
fun. It was a lot of fun. A lot of good memories growing up, and with me I was always just excited. Didn't matter. Like the jumbo coloring books, the Sears catalogs.
Oh,
I
yes.
was telling Adam about these because he's too young for that stuff. But the Sears catalogs were
Huge.
huge. And you went
Yes.
through, and as a kid, you're like marking it out. That's what I want.
Uh-huh.
Xing next to what you wanted for Christmas. And it was just back then, it just seems so different as it
And
is as you
and
get older.
and not just the Sears catalog, but the Toys R Us catalog as
Yeah.
well.
Toys
Oh,
R
yeah.
Us.
Oh,
Oh
all
my
the catalog.
goodness. I remember seeing that movie Big with Tom Hanks and
Uh-huh.
them on the big like floor
Wanted that.
keyboard.
You wanted that
I
keyboard.
wanted that so
Oh,
bad. And
yeah.
everything he had as it was just like going to FOA. FOA Schwartz toy store, going there. I need to be there. Just like really cool stuff. So that we're on the Christmas traditions. Was there any particular movie that you guys watched every year as a Christmas movie?
Okay, as a Christmas movie, there were a couple.
Mm-hmm.
My dad hated this one,
Okay.
White Christmas.
Okay.
He wasn't one for musicals.
Okay. No.
So he hated that one, but um, always watched A White Christmas, and I have already done that one.
Okay.
There was another one. It's called Ziggy's Gift, and we would always watch that one. And that one actually tells a story of how it's nice to do things for
Oh,
others.
okay.
So
Yeah.
there's that one, and then of course It's a Wonderful Life.
Yeah, and I'm trying to remember if I've ever actually seen that one. Now, if you ask Tony about movies, he'll tell you that Die Hard is the Christmas movie that you
Well,
cannot miss.
yeah, I can see that.
It's not Christmas until you see Hans Gruber, right?
he was also trying to convince me that Lethal Weapon was a
He did
Christmas.
try
Yeah.
convincing me. I wasn't there though.
Yeah, I still don't
Mm,
buy that one either.
no, no. Mine was always the Mickey's Christmas movie,
Mickey's.
like the old one back from the.
Okay. Yeah.
I loved that. That was always one of my favorite ones. And then the Charlie Brown Christmas one with
Of
sad little
course.
Charlie Brown
Yeah.
Christmas tree.
And then Honors Jug Band.
Yeah, yeah.
Do you remember that one?
Yeah, I remember that one. I remember the Muppets Christmas Carol too. That's a
Oh
great one.
yeah,
That's
is a good
Adam's
one.
mom's. We watched
Okay.
it last year. We went over there to their place in our pajamas, and it was fun. It was like, oh, we don't have to dress up. They're like, no, just come in your PJs. So that's what we
Oh
did.
wow.
We watched
Fun.
that. We had a good lunch. Then we went and see my dad. Like it was really cool. So, but growing up watching those movies, like it gives you such a good, warm and fuzzy feeling
it
when you go and
does.
watch 'em. Even now, I'm just like, okay, when we watch them, what are we
Oh yeah.
doing?
Yeah.
So that's been kind of a new tradition for Adam and I. I'm like, okay, we're adding one movie to our Christmas collection each year. So yeah,
I add a Christmas CD
okay,
to my collection every
yeah,
year. This year was Lindsay Sterling's Christmas.
nice.
Yes.
What a great
Yeah.
artist. She is so talented.
Amazing. So,
Yeah,
but that's one of
cool.
the things that I love to do. And going back to when we were in the service,
Mhm.
there was one thing that we could do every place we were stationed.
Okay.
Every Christmas Eve, we would eat dinner, and then once it got dark out, just before bed,
Mhm.
we'd all get into the car and go around and look at the Christmas lights.
Oh yeah.
Every New Year's Eve, it didn't matter if we were stationed in Germany, if we were in Texas, no matter where we were at,
Mhm.
the Christmas lights were always there.
That's cool.
And that's something that I still to this day enjoy doing is
Yep.
I don't necessarily have to go out on Christmas Eve,
Right.
but I love to go and just look at all the different lights displays.
Oh yeah.
And,
There's so many cool ones. Speaking of that, like one of mine and Adam's traditions now is to go. I take him to see the Nichols Christmas
extravaganza.
Nichols
Christmas extravaganza.
So cool, you guys. If you're close by, or even if you're not, you should really travel to go see it because it's worth it.
It is.
It's like a 45-minute show, and it goes to the music. They've got a specific radio station that you tune into, so you're warm in your car. We grabbed like this Christmas Crunch popcorn, and it had like different green and red. And
oh, cool!
So I grabbed that, put those in little sandwich baggies, had hot cocos, like sugar free, and we just went, and it was so fun. We even had a guy take a picture for us out there.
Oh wow!
So we continue since I took him. You have gone to it. We did that.
You introduced that to me the first year that Mom was gone.
Yeah.
And that really helped me get into the Christmas spirit.
I feel like such a kid when you see that.
Yes. And
it's
what was
so
great was the Mrs. Nichols was walking around in like a little elf costume with a little lighted necklace, and she was passing out candy canes to all of the kids. And I'm just like, that is
going
just
knocking
amazing,
on the window.
knocking on the windows. How many kids do you have in there?
Yeah.
It
was so cute. Such a cool thing to see. And I know that they took 1 year off because they just had the baby, but after that they got right back into it. Was like, are you going to be doing it again? Like, I can't even begin to imagine the bill for that, but they love it. They do it every year.
I was going to say, and how long it actually takes to set up. I mean, he's probably
so much.
Christmas is over with, and I imagine he would have to start planning for the next year.
Oh, for sure. There's something new every year too. It seems. And it seems like any time that I've ever gone out there, I see something else new. Even if I've gone in the same season, it's like, oh wow, there's a lot.
Oh yeah. So there's another one that's there's the one at Bronner's,
right,
where you can drive through, which is absolutely
beautiful.
best part about the one at Bronner's is everything that's on the outside lighted.
Mm-hmm.
You can buy on the inside.
That is true.
Yeah.
Very true.
But I love that one. And then there's one off in Richville.
Oh, yeah.
That is the same done to music
Yep.
that you can tune into on your car radio.
Yeah, but those ones don't go and do the different flashings that
No.
I didn't see that, but it is
Yeah.
really cool to look at. I did drive through there the other night, and I was like, yeah, they did a good job too. That's really pretty.
Yeah.
And it's really cool.
And I know that there
So-
are a couple others around the area.
Yeah.
Bay City doesn't have, I don't think, has a house that does the to the music
Yeah.
and stuff. But they have some beautiful displays as well.
I imagine. Then they have those old big houses that are so pretty.
Oh, yeah.
Just cool to begin with.
Yep.
And also other towns will have like where you can go and visit houses, like home tours with their decorations and everything up, and that's really cool to see too. We have the gingerbread village in Cairo, and that goes on. They had sleigh rides.
I believe it's the first weekend in December.
Yeah, they had sleigh rides this year. They did the tree lighting with the fire truck. I mean, there was stores had different stuff going
I know
on.
the high school band was down there for that.
Yeah, that's really
and
cool.
played.
It's really cool. I like that they have that. Plus, the library does the reindeers. They have them come in, and that's neat.
yeah,
Santa
that is
and
really
Mrs.
neat.
Claus are there. It's just a lot of different things. You can always find something going on. And the best part about this, it costs your gas and maybe your snacks, which is really cool at this time of year. Because, you know, you're in that whole, I got to buy presents, I got to do this, you know.
It is
so that's
just
awesome.
It's a nice way to stop and just enjoy the season
Yes.
with the ones that you love.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And then so far, we've been pretty good without having too much snow happening here. So far.
Knock on wood.
Right. There we go. Right. So, definitely. Is there other traditions that you don't just do on Christmas Eve, though, that you do throughout December?
Well, I've stepped away from a lot of the family traditions since losing both mom and dad.
Right.
So I'm trying to get back into the swing of doing the traditions. But prior to, one of the things you'll learn is you have to take the old traditions and make them your own.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Yeah.
Prior to mom dying, we would always take and put out a ceramic Christmas tree.
Yes.
Yes, that was the first decoration. Thanksgiving would be cleared up. The tree would come out, and I could not have pie until I put all of the little bulbs
Oh, yeah.
in the Christmas tree. And I could not have a red and a red, or, you know, I had to make sure that the colors were dispersed.
Yeah.
Evenly.
Coordinating. Proper.
Yes, yes. You know, they couldn't have two colors close together.
Right.
So,
All right.
yeah. And then after I got done with that, we could have pie.
Yeah, there you go.
And while I was fussing and fighting and grumbling because the light bulbs were not staying in, or I had two reds, or mom was writing out her Christmas cards.
Oh, yeah.
So we would then take a ride. That would be the first initial ride to see the Christmas lights.
Okay.
See who has Christmas lights out as we go and we mail the Christmas cards. So, and she started doing that because she always wanted to be the first Christmas card anybody ever got.
Wow.
And when you're living in Germany, it does take a little longer for the mail to arrive.
She said it started Thanksgiving.
Yes, you had to start with Thanksgiving.
Right.
So,
Wow.
I didn't do that, but on December 1st is when I decided, okay, I'm going to sit down, I'm going to write out the Christmas cards. I really didn't have a lot that I was mailing out this year because
your list just wasn't that long.
Well, no, it was more like I just made the list and said, okay, these were the people who sent me cards last year.
Right.
And those are the ones that are getting cards this year. But
yeah,
I do also have extras. I have extra cards. So when I get a card from somebody who I didn't send one to,
you send one out.
I send one out.
Exchanging the cards. There you go.
Exactly.
All right.
So that's one of the things that I've taken on myself, because I don't know that my mom would take and send out if she forgot somebody.
Oh, okay.
But,
yeah.
I mean, she had her great aunts, her great aunts, my my aunts, her
A
sisters,
lot of family.
all of the or all of her married, all of the nieces and nephews who are of age
Mhm.
on their own. So I mean, she had a long list, and I just
Yeah.
um,
Just got your list that you
I
got.
have my
That's another
list, and
tradition change, right?
exactly,
There you go.
it's another change. So
I have to admit, I'm not good at sending out cards. So I'm imagining that's why I only have a Christmas card from you. Because I'm not good at that. I'm not good at that. But you bringing up the ceramic tree reminded me when I was cleaning out Mom's apartment and stuff.
yeah,
Underneath her bed, she had this box under there, and I was like, okay, well, I guess I gotta looking through everything, making sure. Inside that, she had a pink ceramic Christmas tree that was for me,
oh
and it
wow,
was really cool to see that. And then
uh-huh,
next to it, because my mom used to do ceramics, so it was just a little, little pink tree with the little lights on it, just which
uh-huh.
I love. But there was also a pair of ceramic like booties, and this got me. Like I turned it over, and it
Oh,
says "To Heather, love Mama." And I was just like,
aw,
oh, right in the feels, right in the feels. So I bring
yeah,
out that little pink tree too. I
uh-huh.
love it. I want to paint another one, but
Well,
I love it.
I haven't brought out the ceramic Christmas tree because um Cupid.
Oh, that tail's vicious. You got to be careful.
His tail is vicious, and I haven't thought of a safe place to put it.
Yeah.
So, um I was thinking using it as the centerpiece on the kitchen table, but I started the Christmas baking a little later than I normally do.
Right.
So, that won't work because I need the table to like roll out cookies and do all that
You
other
need all that
fun jazz.
space.
I need
You
that
need room
space.
for activities.
I do. I
I
do.
understand.
So we are in the process of making the house our own, and we will eventually find a safe place for that Christmas tree
Yeah, there you go.
to go.
Very
And
cool.
it will come out on Thanksgiving Day, but I'm gonna say that it's probably gonna come out after I have my pie.
That's why you have that chance to be able to change it up. So now you
Exactly.
nice, very nice. You remember the angels with the bells where you put like you had to light the candle and that candle would heat it to move it
And they
around.
would revolve.
You
Yes.
remember that?
Oh yes.
We had that too. I always thought it was the coolest thing and I always wanted to mess with that flame.
Those are huge
Didn't
in
want to learn.
Germany.
Yeah.
Those were huge in Germany.
Yeah, I bet. Yeah, and I'm wondering if that's where we got it because my aunt Kathy was over there for a little while.
It's very possible.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. It was. I remember those. There's so many different things that you think of as a kid, and now it's like, man, so many different traditions and different things you got now. So,
Uh-huh.
but yeah,
I was gonna say, and even when we were in Germany, mom and dad would celebrate the things that would were to the area.
right.
And when Farmer Chrissy and Farmer Dave posted about putting their shoes out
Oh
for
yeah,
St. Nicholas,
yeah.
I remember doing that.
Oh really?
Yeah, and I'm
So it
just like,
brought back a
it
memory.
brought that back the memory, and I'm just like, we used to do that. Oh
Yeah.
my goodness.
Huh.
So yeah.
So you would just get random stuff from different people if you did put your.
No,
Okay.
the shoes were like stockings.
Okay.
So you would have a little gift and then like normal stocking like stuffers.
Okay.
But you would sit them outside your door,
Mm-hmm.
and when you woke up in the morning they would be filled.
Okay. That's
Yeah.
cool.
It's very
It's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Were your parents really strict on the no gifts until Christmas or did you get to open one early?
Okay. We always opened one gift
Mhm.
Christmas Eve.
Yep.
And that gift was always pajamas. And for the life of me when I was a child, I'm just like, great pajamas.
Oof. Yeah.
But I realize now why they did it.
Right.
Because I would only get the new pajamas. I would get like 2 pair
Mm-hmm.
for Christmas. And by the time Christmas rolled around again,
Yeah.
my pajamas were pretty shabby looking.
Yeah. So it was time for new.
Well, no, and they wanted the Christmas pictures to be taken when you were opening your gifts
Oh.
to be nice and
Yeah.
you know
That makes sense.
presentable.
Okay.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Yeah. So
Yeah. We were able to open up a
yeah,
present
they
too.
thought ahead, Nate.
Yeah. Yeah. Nate's like, yep. Yeah, we did one early on Christmas, but it was just me. from what I recall, I think it was just me and my brother that opened them up. There
Uh-huh.
wasn't my mom and dad didn't open theirs, but we didn't do the pajama. I never got pajamas as a kid. Really,
We all got
Easter
one.
I did.
We all got one gift.
Yeah.
I would get pajamas, and usually mom and dad would get their new slippers.
Okay. Yeah.
So they would always
cool.
make sure that they would buy each other a pair of slippers, or they would buy a pair of slippers
Huh.
from me for them.
Right.
You know.
Very
so
cool.
yeah, they always got the new slippers. I always got the pajamas.
Right.
So
That's awesome.
Yeah.
You get the hot cocoa and stuff too. Christmas Eve.
Oh yeah. Had to have the hot cocoa and watch a Christmas movie before going to bed for Santa. And
now I know one of your other traditions now as you're older, the Hallmark Channel movies. Calling you out, you know.
Yes,
No.
yes, I am that girl. But of course, I'm also the girl that watches the Hallmark Christmas movies in July.
That's why I brought it up. I'm like,
yeah.
she'll watch that. She'll watch some dang things all year round if you let her.
I'm just like my aunt. Last year I took and I DVR'd every single one of them.
Did you really?
Oh yes, even though I watched it.
Yeah.
So I could watch it all throughout the year.
I laugh because I see a lot of the things on Facebook now. It's like, okay, so here's the plot, and it's all the same for each Christmas. But they are pretty good. I will watch them. I'll admit it. I'm a sap. I watch some of them.
I think what's cute is this is my Hallmark watching sweater, or this is my Hallmark watching sweatshirt.
Oh, see, now I don't have one
I
of
was
those.
gonna-
I haven't
do not
converted
have one
yet.
of those either.
Okay.
No. But
Yeah.
I just think this is my cuddle, my Hallmark Christmas movie blanket. I'm just like, okay, that's kind of cute.
All right. We'll let you have that.
I do know people who have sweatshirts and blankets that say this is my Hallmark Christmas movie.
They have those?
Oh yeah.
Oh, I didn't know they had.
I'm not that bad though.
Okay, all right. Don't get to that point because I will roast you more. Just kidding. No, I won't.
Bring it.
Tony's like, I will. I will have to admit, Adam came home and I was watching on Netflix original the first night or Christmas night or first night or I don't know what it was, but it was a Christmas one and he had only a certain amount of time to get done when he needed to. I thought it was good because it was time travel in it, and I was like, okay, I'm gonna watch this. So he come home and he's like, "What are you watching?" I'm like, "Don't worry, I'm not playing it while you're home." But he will. He sat there and watched one of the other ones. I had to follow up on the princess one. I don't know, but so there's that. I know.
You're getting a look
guilty
from
pleasure,
the producer.
a Christmas guilty pleasure, I guess.
Yeah.
But I don't have Hallmark channels, so.
Yeah, I don't have it this year either.
Yeah, so it's all right. It's all right. Girls gotta do what girls gotta do for her soul.
That's right. So and if that's watching 5 episodes
in a row,
watching the Santa Claus over and over and over again,
then
that's what it is.
And you watch it until Netflix says, "Are you still watching this?" Then okay, I guess your day's filled.
Yeah. I don't like.
Gotta have downtime, Tony. Sometimes you gotta have downtime. She's shrugging, saying,
He's like,
"What is downtime? What is this downtime you speak of?" So yeah, not this time of year. Yeah, I gotcha. So it was funny because we were talking about putting up our trees. And where I live at, we're actually not allowed to have real tree.
Really?
But for me, I'm allergic to the needles and stuff anyway. So it's like, okay. So I haven't had a real tree probably since I was like 5 years old.
Okay.
So for me, I've always had fake, so it doesn't really bother me. But we're talking, and I'm like, okay, getting the tree put up. You're like, I got mine up too. So you show me your picture of your tree, and it's like yay tall, like a 3 foot. I thought 4, but you said 3.
No, it's 3.
And then I'm like, okay. I said, fluffing a tree out is an art form. And she's like, really? She's like, how big is your tree? And I go to write like 6 foot on there, and I go look at the box, and it's like 7.5 foot tall, and I'm putting this thing up.
Yeah.
We got it for free from my old teacher, which was really like, thank you, Mrs. I. She was the coolest. She is the coolest teacher. But yeah, so I was like, okay, it's pre-lit. We're good to go.
I do have a slightly bigger one. I do have a 4 foot.
Okay.
However, with my heel,
yeah,
I'm like, nope, I'm going to do the 3 foot because I can actually take and put that down in front of my chair and put the ornaments on it.
Okay. Yeah, that works.
So
you still put it up. So, that's another step in the. It is.
And I got the Christmas, it's kind of sad.
Okay.
I have a card tree
Yeah.
to where,
I
you
seen
slide
that.
the little cards on it.
Yeah, it's cute.
My card tree is bigger than my actual Christmas tree.
But it's one piece, so it's already together.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
of
Well,
course.
well, yeah.
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 I seen that. I was like, yeah, that is a little bit bigger than your tree.
It
So
is.
yeah. So
Uh-huh.
I started getting like wrapping and stuff done, and I'm like crossing my fingers, going, "Cats, please don't
Don't
mess
be
with the tree."
jerks.
So I haven't even put. I got presents under the tree, but I haven't even put ornaments on it just yet.
Uh,
Yeah, that's all right. I'll get there.
well, you know,
I got 9 days after
you
tonight.
you know what I say about cats.
I mean 3 days.
3 days
This is
after
pre-recorded.
tonight. Yeah. Yeah.
Whoops, I forget. Time
Yeah.
traveling, guys. But but the traditions are cool to talk about. It's
It
really
is.
it's fun to remember all of these things that we used to do as a kid, and just
Uh-huh.
it's just fun. I really have enjoyed Christmas. And growing up, it means something totally different. And
Yeah.
like I had mentioned just a minute ago about putting the tree up. I know with both of us that we've had our losses.
Yes.
I didn't put a tree up for the first year. You know, when mom passed, and I'm sure,
Yeah.
yeah. So I didn't have one at home. I didn't do that.
That actually leads me to the research that I did.
Yeah.
Last year was the first year without Dad.
Right.
Aunt Dee gave me this book,
Okay.
and it helped.
Cookies.
Cookies, yes.
It helped.
It helped. It is written by a nurse who is a counselor at a Christian counseling center, and a professor emeritus and of the director of a seminary. And
Okay.
it's called The Empty Chair: Handling Grief on Holidays and Special Occasions.
All right.
So
So that's helped you out.
it has, and they're both from Grand Rapids. They both live in the Grand Rapids,
Okay.
Michigan area.
All right.
You can find the book on Barnes and Noble, at Christian stores, and yeah, it really helped me. There's a small version of it that will be dropped on the 22nd,
Okay.
so that'll go and coincide with this episode.
Very awesome.
But yeah, that really it helped me, and so I'm slowly starting to work back into the traditions, because for the last, I think it was 4 years, it's been 3 years.
Yeah.
For the last 3 years, I haven't baked a single cookie.
You're right.
I have not baked a single thing.
Yeah. But now you're doing it.
Now I'm getting back.
So you can move forward, and those are different things that you can find to cope with yourself.
Yes.
So
I was going to say, and one of the things I'm trying to do now is I'm trying to take the traditions that I had with my parents and make them my own.
yeah, that's cool. It's a different thing that you have to do, and you learn through it. But when you finally get comfortable in your own skin and in your life that you have now, you can start to bring up those new new traditions, or make those old traditions something that is so important still to you.
Exactly.
And
everyone says that the first holidays, the first birthdays, all of that, those are hard, but the seconds are just as hard.
Yes.
So, and this is the second Christmas without Dad.
Right.
You look at things differently,
for sure.
and since it's December 22nd, I have to say happy anniversary, Mom and Dad.
Aww.
Because they were married.
Oh, that's cool. They got married.
They were well, Dad was home on leave.
Okay.
And
so that makes sense.
Yeah,
that makes sense.
And they wanted to get married on Christmas Day, but they couldn't find a pastor that would do it.
Right.
So December 22nd was the day that he had available, and they said, let's do it.
That's cool.
So
that's very cool.
It would have been their 44th
oh my gosh.
wedding anniversary.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. So
well, happy anniversary, heavenly anniversary for them. So.
Oh yeah, and I know that they're together.
Yeah. Oh, for sure.
Oh yeah.
Dancing up there, causing some.
Oh yeah. Raising heck up there.
Raising heckies. But yeah.
Favorite Christmas song.
Ooh, favorite Christmas song. Oh man, you know what? I'm actually really liking Lauren Daigle's Noel song this year. I really like that when that comes on. But one that annoys a lot of people
I
I
want a
want a hippopotamus
hippopotamus
for
for
Christmas.
Christmas.
I will sing that tune. But you can't beat Mannheim Steamroller and Trans-Siberian Orchestra.
No, you can't.
I love
You
those.
can't. My favorite is First Noel by Josh Groban
Oh, okay.
when he sings that. I
Yeah.
love that one. But then I also love the Polar Express song that he does.
Yeah.
And
Believe.
for the life of yes,
Believe.
believe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Great movie.
So
Great movie. And
it
Tom
is.
Hanks. I
Oh
love
yes.
Tom Hanks.
Oh yeah.
So that's one of the good one that always two that actually always bring tears. The Christmas shoes
Uh-huh.
and the one for the soldier. Santa talking to the soldier. Oh, my
Oh
God.
yeah.
Right here.
Oh yeah.
Right in me. What one's that? Oh, Carol of the Bells. Yeah, that's a great one.
Yes,
That's a
that
fun
one
one.
is fun.
That gets you going. Like I have
Yeah.
to have Christmas music on when I'm decorating.
Christmas music when you're decorating, Christmas music when you're baking
This
Christmas
time of year.
stuff. This
Do
time of
it.
year, yes.
Lots of people are like,
yes.
"You humbugs, get
Uh-huh.
out of here." No, just
Yeah.
kidding. One of the
We
things
love you anyway. If
we
you're
love
a
you
bah
anyway.
humbug.
Yeah.
Yeah.
One of the things that my mom used to decorate, like she would always tell me, no matter what size house she was in, she wanted it to look like Bronner's. She had pencil trees. She had a
Oh, my
regular tree.
goodness,
She had all
yeah.
kinds. So I inherited a lot of Christmas totes. We're talking probably about 8 or 9. And one of those totes was completely full of nutcrackers. There was a whole another big one full of snowmen.
Oh wow.
Yeah, so I have Christmas, and I decked it out last year. I told Adam, I said, I don't care.
Yeah.
I'm doing this. So I was really excited because I wanted to put her stuff out and
Uh-huh.
show, bring her spirit into it. And I was so
Mhm.
happy because she had so many different ornaments and things.
But
it was
you see,
cool.
the great thing about the snowman decorations,
Yeah,
you can keep those out all winter.
that is true. That is very true.
And
She
I
had
do.
them all marked too.
Oh,
like
did
when
she?
she got them, who she got them from, what
wow.
year. She used to do that with a lot of stuff. So
Oh.
I don't know. She
Well,
got it
that-
from my
I
grandma.
was going to say it's a great way to hold
Mm.
on to the memory.
Oh,
of
for sure.
Who got that for you?
Yep. A lot of them were from the boyfriend that she had, Ken. So I was like, aw, he was a cool
Aw.
dude too.
I was going to say my Aunt Grace,
Mhm.
she collected angels and she would name the angels.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's cool. So
Uh-huh.
she'd put like the names on there.
Oh, yeah, on the bottom. And
Okay.
she would walk through the house as she was walking by the angels, and she would say the prayer for the person.
Oh, how cool is that?
Yeah, so there was a Becky angel and an Artie angel and a Dale angel. And
Oh, wow.
yeah, so all of the family had their own little angel.
Huh.
And as she would walk through the house, she would say a prayer for each of those
Yeah.
people.
Oh, wow. That's
Yeah,
cool. That's
really
really
cool.
cool. I know somebody else that had like a big angel collection. And the story is pretty crazy. Something had happened to one of the littles, and she always seen those angels at grandma's. And something happened, and when she came to, she told grandma that she seen her angels around her.
Oh, wow.
And when I heard that story, I was just like, "Oh, wow, that's pretty heavy." But yeah, she's like, "I seen those."
amazing.
Yeah, so anyhow, back to the Christmas tradition stuff. Just
That's
Santa's. Did you ever do like a Secret Santa, any of that kind of stuff?
no,
No,
No.
none of that stuff.
none of that.
Gifts for coworkers last year because we do the
Oh.
Ellington Craft Fair,
Yes,
and that is so much fun.
that
Our
is.
neighbors have been really cool. Our
Oh.
craft fair neighbors.
Oh yes, our craft fair neighbors have been.
She makes some of the
great.
cutest stuff. Just little
Yeah.
things and sells them for like $1.50, a quarter.
I was gonna say I got little snowman pins
Yeah.
that you can wear because at Bronner's we wear smocks.
Yeah.
And one of the things it seems that there's a competition in the catalog department of
Those
who can have the most different
pins.
pins on.
Okay.
So they were little tiny snowmen that
They
I
were
got for
cute.
like 50 cents.
Yeah.
And everyone's like, you didn't have to spend money on us. I'm like, it was chump change.
Yeah, it wasn't
Like,
that much for them.
That's what I wanted to give you. So
yeah. She makes so many cute things.
she does.
It's a lot of fun to kind of go in there. It's like a
Yeah.
huge Christmas market.
And that's one of the things that we used to, and when we were in Germany, I actually got to go to the authentic Christkindl Mart.
Oh, okay.
And that thing is huge and gorgeous
Yeah.
and just breathtakingly awe-inspiring.
When you walk in, you gotta take it all in.
Yeah,
You probably don't see
well,
everything.
there's not walking in. It's all outdoors.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Oh,
It is a
wow.
traditional. Bronner's is set up in the Chris Kindle market
Okay.
manner,
Yeah.
but it really it essentially it is a flea market,
Okay.
but new stuff or
Yeah.
of Christmas stuff.
Oh, that's cool. That's really
And
cool.
wax dipped candles. They were big in the 80s.
Yeah.
Where
Yep.
where they
The
would do the
scallops on
different
so you could see the
layers and they would
colors.
do the different
Yeah.
twists and stuff. Oh yeah,
Oh, that's cool.
it was phenomenal.
Huh.
So
It's got to be one of the
open air, out in the elements.
Yeah.
At night, everything lit up, gorgeous.
Wow. So bucket list kind of thing that
Yes.
people should go and see.
Oh, most definitely.
That's awesome. It's neat to see at Bronner's how many different people come from all over the world.
All over the world.
It's cool. And then when you go through Frankenmuth, you see these different like license plate from, wherever. I'm like, I started finally noticing that. I'm like, oh, wow. Oh, yeah, that's right.
My very first season at Bronner's, I kept a map of the United States.
Uh-huh.
And every time I would talk to a different state,
Yeah.
I would highlight the state.
Oh, that's cool.
To see just how many different states that I would talk.
Right.
I would actually be taking orders for.
Yeah.
I not only had all of the 50 states taken care of, I talked to people in Puerto Rico,
Wow.
England. There was an overseas gentleman who was stationed in Germany.
Yeah.
So took orders from not only all over the United States, but all over the world.
Yeah. And it's funny because we get a lot of our ornaments from over that way too.
Yes. Yes.
So, and we actually, one of our main ornament makers that we get our ornaments from came through and had a tour, and Wayne come into our cubby, and he was like, "This is Mr. So-and-so from, that company." And I was just kind of like I like fangirled all of a sudden. I was like, I love your ornaments. Like we do these all the time. I'm like, it's so nice to meet you. And that's like all I could say. I was like, it's so nice to meet you.
I was going to say, I know that they have Hungary, Poland, Italy. I mean, they have, those are.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, from all over. So many cool. There's so many ornaments that you can choose from. So many, plus the personalization and painting, and that's so fun.
And what I love is not only is it a store that you can buy things from, there's history.
Oh, yeah.
All over it.
Yeah.
They have in one of their in their video room, all of the Christmas ornaments.
Yeah.
For the White House.
Yep.
The inaugural Christmas ornaments on display. They've got precious moments from
that's cool.
Hummels. It's a history lesson as well as a shopping experience.
And then the chapel.
Silent Night
Chapel. If you've never seen that, that's something else that's really cool.
It is the replica of the chapel in Australia and Austria. Excuse me.
Yep.
Austria, not Australia.
Right.
Whole different
place.
Yes. But it is a replica of the Silent Night Chapel in Austria, and it is it's just a beautiful place to go. I have a story that just brings me to tears every time I talk about it.
Okay.
My grandmother, who had Alzheimer's, she passed away around Christmas time.
Okay.
And they knew that she was getting bad. And all of them, she had 7 daughters. And anytime, just give me a second here.
Okay.
She had 7 daughters, and all but one of them was surrounding her bed. And Christmas carols were her favorite.
Okay.
So everyone decided that they were going to sing Christmas carols. They got to her favorite, which was Silent Night. And when they got to rest in heavenly peace, she took her last breath.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Ooh.
So every time I hear Silent Night,
Yep.
I'm taken back to that.
Right.
Where, and you just know that there was the love and family and hope and faith in that room when my grandmother passed away.
Wow.
Yeah. So
that's really cool.
It's a rough Christmas story.
Right.
But it's one of the Christmas stories that makes me me.
Yeah.
So
there you go.
Yeah. So
Wow. Yeah, that's a
so yeah,
powerful. It was a powerful story,
so
really.
yeah, so you say that there's those two songs. Well, Silent Night
That
always
one
makes me
gets you.
cry
That
too.
one gets you, huh?
Yeah.
So we talked a lot about our traditions,
Yes.
but we did not talk yet about what we hope for
Our
the new
hopes for
year.
the new year.
Yeah.
So what are your personal hopes for the new year for you?
Basically for me, I want to continue on that path of becoming the best version of myself that I possibly can. Building my faith and also just following through with my ideas, dreams, hopes, anything, and just to continue to reach out to people and help others as well.
So what's your
So
hope for Survivor Girl?
my hope for Survivor Girl is
Yep.
that we can continue to keep building and reaching more and more people that we can, as many as we possibly can, and to continue having more guests on to share their stories and be heard around the world.
Yes.
It's really what I hope for, because this whole thing is to help empower and uplift others, and that's definitely where we want to go with it for sure. So, what are your hopes for the new year?
The heal?
Yes.
To be healed.
Okay. That's a good one.
But I'm also becoming. I'm shifting, I'm changing, and trying to become a better me. Not just mentally, but also physically.
Yeah.
So I've got a lot of plans that I'm going to start jumping on board with as soon as my freaking heel is healed. And it is healing.
Right. That's the good news.
With the therapy that I'm starting again on Monday, it's good things are going to happen.
Good.
I feel it in my bones.
All right.
So
that's a good thing.
But then for Survivor Girl, my hopes are to reach more people, to share more stories, and to actually get that really big thing that we want to plan and get done, to do it and follow through, because Survivor Girl is bigger than the two of us.
Oh, for sure. It's all of you guys as well.
Exactly.
All of you guys. And that right there is what keeps us going.
It is.
So we wish you such a Merry Christmas. We're thankful that you guys tune in, that you join us, that you keep on believing in us. And we hope for the new year that you guys are able to keep moving forward and get those things that you really want for the new year, and to make it all year round, not just for the new year or just that day, not just
for Christmas, not just for the new year, but for the 365 days that follow.
Yes, you guys are a blessing to us, and we hope that you'll continue to be walking beside us through this journey, because it's incredible.
And we love you guys.
Yeah, absolutely.
Much love.
So with that,
be better, not bitter.
And guys, don't forget, life is best lived. Merry Christmas, you guys.
Merry Christmas.